Hello, my name is John Sveck. Welcome to this ALL24 video. Today, Coach Waterman and I have guest coach Garth Melrose. He is the special teams coordinator and running backs coach for the Calgary Colts. Thanks for being with us.
You betcha. Thanks for having me, coaches.
All right, we're going to do a one clip. So Coach Waterman and I are going to pick a random special teams play here. You tell me when to stop, Coach.
And stop.
Okay, so we have a punting situation here in the Loney Bowl. So it looks like Bishops is set up to punt. Double tight, kind of four up back formation on the Bishops punt team. What are some of your thoughts on that, Coach?
Yeah, this looks like your classic shield formation. I like this formation as well as a punt team. You see it a lot in the NCAA, and a lot of teams are using this shield punt team now. So it looks like you got your four big boys in the shield there, and then everybody on the line. These are relatively tight splits for a spread shield kind of team, but I believe that's probably due to the Acadia punt return team being very aggressive here and coming after that block. So I imagine these guys on the line are gonna get off the ball probably pretty quick, and they're probably all gonna travel in the same direction. And those big boys in the shield probably aren't going to move too much, and they're going to let their punter know that kick point is going to be pretty consistent, and they've got to go through us to get it.
Does your thought process change at this spot in the field as a punt return team? Do you want to make sure you're communicating with your returner, or what are some thoughts in this specific area of the field?
Yeah, you betcha. I mean, we're not too deep into our end, so we do have an opportunity to get a return and put our offense in a good position here. Depending on what we've seen on film all week of the punt team, I'm always a fan of getting after it. Especially when they're all tight in the box like this. We'd be looking for a return here, I believe, and potentially even sending some pressure on one side and setting up the return on the other. For example, potentially some pressure coming from the boundary side of the return team and setting up a return to the field with all that space out there.
Perfect. Let's take a look and kind of see what we get here.
Yeah, those guys on the line are gone. And it looks like a nice kick to the boundary that's going to go out of bounds and not give us a return. Or, again, there wasn't much clearance there, so that might be a win for us. Let's see where that ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, definitely ends up going out. Not sure where the spot ends up, but what are some of your coaching points to these your return players, Coach? You're holding up, you're using a certain leverage. What are you coaching your guys up on these returns?
You betcha. So if we're holding up here, like you said, we are pre-snap. We want to be coiled up, and we want to be looking like we're coming. Anytime you're running more of a return than a block, some disguise will help you out and make those line players a little more hesitant to get downfield. Once we've held them up as long as we could, we want to know who we're going to track downfield. We want to track their near hip and potentially swat an arm, catch up, punch face, and take them away from where our return's going. I think the cover players have a little more of an advantage there running downfield. So if you're on punt return and we're running a return and you've got a guy, it requires a lot of effort to make sure that we're getting back in front of that guy. If you end up behind him, we can't take a clip, especially in our end. So there's really not a whole lot you can do. So again, holding them up on the line, we can get away with a little more holding on the line on a punt return situation. Within the rules, we want to hold those guys up as long as we can. But once he's getting downfield, those are going to get called. So we need to be athletic at that point and make sure we're using our techniques to, again, catch up and cross and punch face.
And Coach, I see you have three punter control players coming here. Can you talk about the importance of having those punter control players?
You betcha. Sometimes it's not your best interest to just send a player right into that shield. I've seen players trying to go over top of the shield as well, and that doesn't work out. Additionally, a lot of these punters are athletes as well, and they're going to recognize the fact that there's no contain and no one's looking at them, and they're just going to run. And if they've only got again, it's probably about total of 20 yards to run to get to that first down. Although that is a long ways to run, if you don't have those 3 players securing the kick and forcing the kick, these punters are going to see that on film, and they're going to make you pay. And doing that in your own end is going to get you off that special team pretty quick.
We'll just watch it tight here quickly and see if we can see anything different here. Good look at it.
You betcha. Now, see, these splits look a little bigger when you get into the tight film. So a lot of players in there. You can see a little better here, too. They've got 3 of their shield players to the boundary. So to me, that's a giveaway of where they're kicking. I don't think their intent is to disguise that. A lot of teams are going to want to kick to the boundary, and this puts our offense in a good situation. So again, it's a giveaway, and you can coach your returners to know that that kick point is going to be where it is, and if you know that they're kicking boundary, it gives us a bit of an advantage on the return team as well.
Phenomenal. Well, really appreciate that, Coach. Fun talking some football with you.
You betcha.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.